Hello guys, welcome once again. In this video I'm going to show you how to use get variable in your PHP script. So first of all I will make a new document and I will save it as for example get.php, and I will save it. And in here first of all I will give you a little demo of get, how to declare get variable in PHP. So we can declare this get variable like this. We just need this sort dollar symbol and then this underscore, and whatever you write, whenever this variable starts from underscore, it's generally a super user variable, or the variable provided by your PHP script. So we just write in capital letters and we just use these square brackets to get the values, and in here comes the name of the index you are expecting. So for example I can just name it as name and I can save it. Okay, and this get is also called a super global variable or automatic global variable. This simply means that it is available in all the scopes throughout your PHP script. So you can use it anywhere in your PHP script, right? It's a global variable. Now how to use this get method? So for example I want to echo whatever is passed as a value of name. So this get will be catching the name which is passed from your URL. I will save it and I will give you a demo. So now I have this get.php. I will click it, and first of all it will give me an error because I'm not passing the value which it is expecting. So what I'm going to do is I will just in my URL just go to your URL here. This is my URL, and give a question mark here. So give this question mark and then give the name of your variable, which is name in our case. Actually we can change it as stu underscore name so it doesn't conflict. So in our case this is stu name. Okay, and after this question mark, so you have your URL, just give a question mark, then give the name of your variable which you are expecting here, and then give the value of that variable or a key. So you need to give question mark, the variable name or a key name, then give this equal to sign here, and then give the value. So for example I pass it mark here and press enter. You will be able to see uh, let's see what's the problem here. Okay, so this, I think this key should be in double quotes instead of these single quotes, and then it can process the name of this variable. So I will pass the same query once again, question mark, and then the name of your variable, which is stu underscore name, is equal to the value which you want to give. So for example I want to pass student name is equal to mark here, and I just reload this and I will be able to see mark here. So this is really showing the dynamic nature of PHP. So whatever you are passing as a URL as a value, it's printing the value in your PHP page, okay, or it's returning the value as a result. Now to make this execution little bit more interactive and user friendly, what I want to do is I will just create a new PHP page. For example I will save it as for example student.php. Okay, and in here I will just start my PHP code. .php, and in here I will just close it. And for example, in here, or I don't even need to do this, I will just make a HTML form which can take some values. So if you have a little bit knowledge of HTML, you will know what the form is. And if you even don't have that knowledge, I will just show you how to make a simple form here. So you just need to make this kind of a form. HTML code starts from this HTML tags. I think most of you just know this, and then it has the body, it has the head, which I'm not using right now, and in the body you can provide your tags, whatever you want to print. Okay, so this is the basic skeleton of HTML code, right? And I want to print student info in this form. Okay, so I will just make a form inside my HTML page. So I will just write form, and I will just end this form first, form, and in here I will just give the path of my file which I want to invoke from this HTML page, which is get.php. So in this form action is equal to, I will pass the name of my PHP file, which is get.php, right? Get.php, get.php, for example. So this is the path of my PHP file I'm telling this form to call. Okay, and then I will give the method. So you can call different method using this form submission, and because we are learning get variable, we will call a get method from here. So just write get here, but in double quotes. And basically in this form what we want is, we want to submit the name of the student, the age of the student, and the weight of the student, for example. So we have this title called student info, and in the capital letter or in bold we can just pass name in bold, and similarly we can do the same for age and weight. Age, weight, and in here after this name I can just pass some name here. So I will use input tag to give the input, and the type will be a text box. So just write type is equal to, in double quotes, text, and the name of this input we will name it as, for example, name itself. Okay, is equal to, for example, stu name, stu underscore name, and this stu name is the same as this stu name. So just copy this and paste it here. Okay, in a similar way I will pass the age and the weight. Okay, so this will be all text, but this will be stu age, for example, and this will be stu weight. Okay, and it's the same tag, I can use it here. So for example, I can echo this plus this plus this, and this should be age and weight, but let's use concatenate operation and just print name and dot, and here we will give our break br, and same we will do here and here for printing age and for printing weight, and we will use this break here and maybe here also. Okay, so this is a simple form. I will save this form and I will just request this form from here. Go back and refresh it. I have the student.php, I can call it, and you can see I have the simple form, and I can see name and this text box, age in this text box, and weight then this text box. And I want a little button also. So first of all I will provide a break here so I can see a button on the next line, and then I can provide once again input, but this time this will be a button. So I will just say type is equal to submit. Okay, submit. So this will be a button, and once again when we refresh our code you can see submit query, right? So we have a PHP page in which we have some HTML code, and we are expecting student name, age and weight, and we want to submit this. And this, because we have provided the path of the PHP file as an action, it will go to this PHP file and it will see if this student name is there, and then it will print student name, age and weight. Let's see what happens. So I will just write mark as name and age as 19 and weight 46, and I submit this, and I see some problem here. Let's see what's the problem. Yeah, so problem is single quotes here. Sometimes I forget this, but don't forget this. Okay, so once again we go back. We have name Mark, age 19, weight 46, submit. And now we can see name is equal to Mark, age is equal to 19, and weight is equal to 46. And you can even see this URL modification, that stu name is equal to Mark, and this little and symbol is just provided by PHP, and this and represent that there are more than one variable you are passing in this get request. And then we have our second variable stu age is equal to 19, and then we have third variable which is stu weight is equal to 46. So this is the request, get request you are passing to your PHP page, and then this request comes to your PHP page, and this is printed according like this, right? But for example, you don't even pass anything here. I will just, for example, I will just leave it as blank. What happens? It just print blank names and age and weight, right? For example, if you don't want to want user to do something like this, what you can do here is you can use another global variable in if condition. So I will just give if, and this is a pre-defined variable which is called is set, and it just checks that if the value of the variable is set or not. So we want to check if the value of get student name is set or not. So I will just write it like this, and I also want that, so I will give this and symbol here. I have shown you how to use this and these logical and comparison operators in the earlier videos, right? So and then I also want to check whether my age field has some value or not, and in the same way I want to check my weight field has some value or not, and if they have some value I want to print it. Otherwise, else I will just say that I will just echo please enter all fields. Please enter all fields. Okay. So now when I submit this form as blank, I will just submit it and it says you can use null not equal to. Let's see what's the problem here. Is set. Okay, so I know the problem. We need to use this is set function for every get method. So I will use with this is set with this get method and is set with this get method. Okay, now once again let's try, and I will just reload my page and submit this, and now I can get this name, because I also need to check whether these names are empty or not. So what I can do here is I can declare name variable is equal to get student name. In a similar way I can declare age and weight. It takes student age and student weight, and I will check one more thing if, and there is one more function, inbuilt function in PHP, which is empty function. So it checks whether your variable is empty or not. So I will just say, so if not empty, you see I have given this not symbol here, right? So if this name variable is not empty, then, and once again I will just copy this 2 times more, and for age and weight, and if name is not empty, age is not empty, and weight is not empty, then I want to print this. Okay, I will just enclose this form or this if condition, and once again when I try to run this, hopefully it will run. Once again reload, pass it, and it says some error. Yeah, because this get is missing this and symbol, right? And symbol, and symbol. Save it. Once again go back, and hopefully this time it will work. So we see nothing here, right? Because we have submitted nothing as of here, right? But we are not able to see this please enter all fields, because I think this else should move after this. So this else condition should be else condition for this if condition rather than this. Okay, and once again and query, and it says please enter all the values, right? But whenever we provide some value, for example name, age and weight, and it prints the values. Okay, so when no values are printed, or when no value is submitted by form, it says please enter all the values, and when we enter or when we submit some values and pass the query, it prints the name, age and weight, and you can also see the modification in the URL which is done by PHP. So in this way you can use get variable in your PHP script. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.